Yes. So today what you're going to do is you're going to complete Newton-Raphson method. So if you complete Newton-Raphson method, the first heading will be over. That is solution of algebraic and transcendental equations of one variable by bisection method, Regla-Falsi method, and Newton-Raphson method. And also I will finish Gauss elimination also in this video, because Gauss elimination is very elementary. In linear algebra we have reduced linear equations to Gauss elimination, right? So same method also. So in this video we will finish Newton-Raphson method and Gauss elimination method. So after finishing Newton-Raphson method, after the video I will post a worksheet for these three topics, that is bisection method, Regla-Falsi method, and Newton-Raphson method. So you can work on that, and if you have any doubt you can text me through Telegram. So the first worksheet will be from these three topics, which comes under solution of algebraic and transcendental equations of one variable. So today we are going to complete Newton-Raphson method, and this is one of the very easiest method when compared to bisection and Regla-Falsi method. Here we don't need to draw any table. Here we have only one formula for Newton-Raphson method, and if we know that formula we can easily do the sum, and the order of convergence is very fast when compared to bisection and Regla-Falsi method. In bisection you will get the answer maybe at 15th iteration or 16th iteration and so on, but in Regla-Falsi method you can see in the previous class we have got the answer in maybe 6th iteration or 5th iteration, 7th iteration, but in Newton-Raphson method you will get the answer maximum in 4th iteration or 5th iteration, or it can be in 3rd iteration also. So Newton-Raphson method is the best among bisection and Regla-Falsi method, and in exam point of view 90% of questions will be from Newton-Raphson method, and 8% will be from Regla-Falsi method, and there is only 2% chance that there will be question from bisection method. So 90% there is a chance that there will be a question from Newton-Raphson method if they decided to ask a question from this topic. Yes. So we'll straight away move on to Newton-Raphson method. So first I'll write down the formula and then I'll do one problem. So Newton-Raphson method. So what we need to do is, so they will give a function f of x, right, and you need to find the interval. If not, you need to find the interval, or else they will give the interval, right? So let us say the interval is ab. Now the formula for Newton-Raphson method is xr plus 1 is equal to xr plus 1 is equal to or alpha r plus 1. You can use any variable. So alpha r plus 1 is equal to alpha r minus f of alpha r divided by f dash of alpha r, right? This is the formula for Newton-Raphson method, and you can choose alpha, you can assume alpha naught in your own from the interval ab. So always choose alpha naught to be the midpoint of AB, right? You always choose, you can choose alpha naught to be any value between A and B. So if you choose the mid value, it is enough. You can choose any value between A and B to be alpha naught. So just for same convenient, you will choose alpha naught to be the midpoint of this interval, right? That's it. So this is the three assumptions that you're going to do in Newton-Raphson method. So you have to run r, right? You have to run r is equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on. So at some stage you will get two alphas to be equal up to 47 places, then that is the answer, right? So we'll work with problem, it will be very easy for you. So we'll move on to the first problem. The first problem is solve by Newton-Raphson method. The first problem, solve by Newton-Raphson method, right? So the question is 2x cube minus 3x minus 6 correct up to 4 decimal places. So if it is bisection method means we will use the table, right? So n, a, b, and then we will use x to be equal to a plus b by 2, and then we'll find the function value, and then we will put sign, and we will choose 2x such that it is of opposite sign. If it is regular policy means we will use x to be equal to a into f of p minus b into f of a divided by f of b minus f of a. Now we don't need any table right now, so you just need to apply the formula alpha r plus 1 is equal to alpha r minus f of alpha r divided by f dash of alpha r. So here you can see there is the interval is not given, so first we need to find the interval. So what is our f of x here? So our f of x is 2 times x cube minus 3x minus 6. So substitute x to be equal to 0. Now what is f of 0? So f of 0 will be minus 6, so which is less than 0. So for finding the interval you need to follow the same method. You need to find 2x such that f of that is opposite sign. So if x is equal to 1, you will have 2 minus 3 minus 6. So 2 minus 3 minus 6 is again less than 0, right? 2 minus 3 is minus 1, minus 1 minus 6 is minus 7, which is less than 0. So if x is equal to 2, this will be 2 times 2 cube is 8, 3 into 2 minus 6, and this will be 16 minus 6 is 10, 10 minus 6 is 4, which is greater than 0. Now you can see 1 and 2 are opposite sign, so therefore there is a root between 1 and 2. There is a root between 1 and 2, right? Yes. So after this, if this question has to be done using bisection method, we need to form a table. And similarly for Newton-Raphson and for a regular policy also we need to form a table. So here we are not going to do any table now. We are going to write straight away the formula, and you can choose alpha naught to be any value between 1 and 2, right? So choose, that is we are assuming the initial root to be equal to alpha naught is the initial root that we are assuming. So you can take any number between 1 and 2, right? You can take any number between 1 and 2. So let us take this to be equal to 1.7, or also you can take the midpoint also, 1 plus 2 by 2, which is 3 by 2, which is 1.5, right? You can take alpha naught to be any number in your own. I am taking alpha naught to be equal to 1.7. You can also take alpha naught to be equal to 1.8. Whatever alpha naught you can take, you will get only the same answer, but the alpha naught has to be in this interval. That is, it has to be lie in this interval, right? So you always choose alpha naught to be 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, so that the rate of convergence is very fast, right? If you choose 1.1, then I suppose if the root is between 1.8, then we'll take higher iteration, right? So always choose alpha naught to be somewhere around 1.5, 1.6, 1.7. The root lies between 1 and 2. If the root lies between 0 and 1, you can choose any alpha naught. If you want to get the answer fast, you choose alpha naught to be equal to 0.5 or 0.6 or 0.7. So I have chosen alpha naught to be equal to 1.7, right? So up to this very clear. So we have found the interval which is 1 and 2, and you have to choose alpha naught to be any value between 1 and 2. I have taken alpha naught to be equal to 1.7. Now what is the formula for alpha? So alpha r plus 1 is equal to alpha r minus f of alpha r divided by f dash of alpha r. So here we need to find derivative also. So before that you will find f of x and f dash of x. So what is our f of x? It is given the question 2x cube minus 3x minus 6, and our f dash of x is 8x square minus 3, right? I'm just differentiating this, sorry, 6, right? So it will be 3x square and 6x square minus 3. So 6x square minus 3 is our f dash of x. Now we will go on to first iteration. So for first iteration, you have to run r to be equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on until you get 2 successive iterations same answer after 4 decimal places. Now first iteration r to be equal to 0, right? So if r is equal to 0, this will be alpha 1, right? Because it is 0 plus 1 is equal to alpha naught minus f of alpha naught divided by f dash of alpha naught. So what is our alpha naught? Alpha naught we have assumed, right? So we have chosen alpha naught to be equal to 1.7. So this will be 1.7 minus f of 1.7 divided by f dash of 1.7. So this will be 1.7 minus, so again this is very elementary, you make use of calculator. So you just find 2 into 1.7 whole cube minus 3 into 1.7 divided by 6. This will be 2 into 1.7 whole cube minus 3 into 1.7 minus 6 divided by f dash of 1.7. That is, you need to substitute here x to be equal to 1.7. This will be 6 into 1.7 whole square minus 3. So just calculate the numerator and divide this by denominator, and then you subtract 1.7 minus this value. So you will get alpha 1 to be equal to 1.7884, right? So again it's a very elementary, right? You just have to make use of calculator. So first iteration is 1.7884. Now we'll go on to second iteration. So for second iteration, we need to substitute r to be equal to 1, right? So just substitute, this is very important formula here. So in this formula, you just substitute r to be equal to 0 for first iteration. So if you put r is equal to 0, we need alpha naught value. So alpha naught, you can take any value between 1 and 2. I have taken alpha naught to be equal to 1.7. Now r is equal to 1. So if r is equal to 1, this will be alpha 2, right? So if r is equal to 1, this will be 1 plus 1. So I'm just substituting r to be equal to 0, and I'm substituting r to be equal to 1 here in this formula. So this will be alpha 2, alpha 1 minus f of alpha 1 divided by f dash of alpha 1 divided by f dash of alpha 1. So what is alpha 1? You need to take from the first iteration. In first iteration, we have found alpha 1 to be equal to 1.7884. You need to make use of this, right? So every iteration you will use the previous iteration value. So what is alpha 1? So it is 1.7884 minus f of alpha 1. So again f of x is 2x cube minus 3x minus 6. So instead of x, you just substitute 1.7884 divided by f dash of 1.7884. Again make use of calculator. So this will be 2 times 1.7884 whole cube minus 3 times 1.7884 minus 6 divided by f dash of this. Our f dash of x is 6x square minus 3. So in place of x, you just substitute 1.7884 minus 3. So again, if you divide this value by this value, you will get one term. And you subtract with 1.7884, you will end up with 1.78379. You can check with calculator, and you can see how fast it is converging. So in second iteration itself, we have got after 2 decimal places, the first 2 numbers are correct, right? Now we'll move on to third iteration. So if you know this formula, then it is very elementary. Now third iteration, r to be equal to 2. Now if r is equal to 2, this will be 2 plus 1. So it will be alpha 3 is equal to alpha 2 minus f of alpha 2 divided by f dash of alpha 2 divided by f dash of alpha 2. So what is on alpha 2, which we have found in second iteration? So 1.78379 minus f of alpha 2, that is 1.78379 divided by f dash of 1.78379, and we already know f of x is 2x cube minus 3x minus 6. You just substitute here, and our f dash of x is 6x square minus 6x square minus 3. So again you just substitute in that value, substitute x to be equal to 1.78379. So divide this and then you subtract with this, you will have 1.78377, and you can see 1.7837. So you got the answer. The root is 1.7837. That's it, right? So you can see how fast we are getting the answer. If you use Newton-Raphson method, no use of table, no use of any in the Newton-Raphson method, in regular Paulsen bisection, you will always search for 2f of x which is of opposite sign. It will take time, but if you use Newton-Raphson method, if you just straight away mug up this formula, you can first find the root. If the interval is not given, you find the interval. If the interval is given, you choose alpha naught to be any value between 1 and 2, and since I have chosen alpha naught to be 1.7, you can see I have found the answer in third iteration itself. Suppose if you choose alpha naught to be equal to 1.1 or 1.2 something, you maybe some iteration will be higher. So for example, you get the answer in fourth iteration or fifth iteration, right? So you can choose alpha naught to be any value between 1 and 2. So the answer is 1.78379. So 90% of problem you will only get a question from Newton-Raphson method. So if you have any doubt, you can ask, or else we will move on to the next problem. I think I'm audible, right? Okay, thank you. So I move on to the next problem. So that's it. If you know the formula, then everything is, you can use scientific calculator to find the roots. So I'll do one more problem. So find the positive root. So find the positive root of x is equal to cos x using Newton's method, right? So what is our f of x here? So our f of x is x minus cos x. You have to take every term to one side, so you will have something to be equal to 0, and you take something to be equal to f of x. So f of x is x minus cos x, though they haven't mentioned the interval. So x is equal to 0. So this will be f of 0. So it will be 0 minus cos 0. So it will be 0 minus 1, which is less than 0. And if x is equal to 1, this will be f of 1 is equal to 1 minus cos 1. So just use calculator to find the value of cos 1. So you will have 1 minus something. So you will have this will be 0.45970, which is greater than 0. So therefore root lies between 0 and 1, right? Now you can take alpha naught to be any value. So I am assuming alpha naught to be equal to 0.7, right? You can choose any alpha naught. I am assuming alpha naught to be equal to 0.7. So what is our formula? Alpha r plus 1 is equal to alpha r minus f of alpha r divided by f dash of alpha r. So what is our f of x? Our f of x is x minus cos x, and our f dash of x will be 1 minus, and derivative of cos x is minus sin x, and this will be 1 plus sin x is our f dash of x. Now first iteration or first iteration. So our first iteration r to be equal to 0. So if we substitute r to be equal to 0 here, this will be alpha 1 is equal to alpha naught minus f of alpha naught divided by f dash of alpha naught. Alpha naught is 0.7 minus f of 0.7 divided by f dash of 0.7. So f of 0.7 is 0.7 minus cos 0.7. You can straight away type in calculator, divided by 1 plus sin 0.7. So when you subtract 0.7 minus something, you will have 0.75140. And second iteration r is equal to 1. So if r is equal to 1, this will be alpha 2 is equal to alpha 1 minus f of alpha 1 divided by f dash of alpha 1. So alpha 1, which we found in first iteration, which is 0.75140 minus f of 0.75140 divided by f dash of 0.75140. So again elementary, this will be 0.75140 minus cos 0.75140. Again make use of